But if you ran 8, 9 games with Russell Wilson, you don't make the playoffs, you're getting fired. Every one of you, the front office, the owners, cleaning house. Dayball's out, Joe Shane's out, everyone's out.
I beg your pardon?
What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video, and we're throwing it back to the old KB content where we go over stuff, the nonsense that is talked about on mainstream sports media channels, especially having to do with the New York Giants, and we're just gonna dismantle them.
We are back, baby. We are fucking back!
Before we start, as always, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe for more NFL content and Giants content just like this. And without further ado, baby, let's go.
I want you to put the word out there that we back up.
Alright, so if you guys don't know who Chase Daniel is, he is one of the biggest robbers of the NFL in history, stealing $41 million from the NFL, doing absolutely nothing. Now, I'm not here to talk badly about his career or anything like that. It just boggles my mind that a former NFL player can just have so many bad takes, especially when it comes to the quarterback position, a position that you played. Now, this isn't necessarily based on like Jaxson Dart and his play or Russell Wilson's play and schemes and film and stuff like that. This is more so about the, I guess, the politics around the quarterback position and how it affects the entire team. Take a look at this asinine take by Chase Daniel about the New York Giants going into 2025.
The second that Jaxson Dart got drafted and the New York Giants traded up for him, I believe that Russell Wilson's leash was shortened. Oh, wow. The second he was drafted. And that's just, look, it's going back to the old adage, if you take a quarterback in the first round, man, he's going to play. And he's going to play right away. Since 2020, on average, a quarterback drafted in the first round starts in week 3. Week 3. So his leash, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean it. And look, I've been on it the whole time. Look, I think.
So Chase Daniel did some quick maths here, and he said since 2020, first round quarterbacks took at least, or on average, 3 weeks to start in the NFL. And so that automatically means that Russell Wilson's leash is 4 weeks. So 4 weeks of Russell Wilson not playing up to par, they're just going to skip over Jameis Winston and go right to Jaxson Dart, as if the Giants clearly did not have a plan, just in case this were to happen, that if Russell Wilson were to play poorly, they can use Jameis Winston instead of using Jaxson Dart. But let's forget about all of that. Also, your boy did some research, and going back to 2020, as Chase Daniel did, I went back and looked at every single quarterback that did not start day one drafted in the first round and what their rookie seasons looked like, and I combined all the wins and losses together, and it came up to a whopping total of
20 and 34.
So it's almost like quarterbacks that are not day one starters that wind up starting sometime in their rookie season probably aren't ready to start in their rookie season. But I digress.
Russell is a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's playing like a Hall of Famer right now. I think, and I've said this the whole time, the safest way, in my opinion, for Brian Dable to keep his job is to have some success with Jaxson Dart and instill hope in that fan base, instill hope in that organization. They're going to have a good defense. That defensive line might be the best in football, right? They're going to play defense. If Russell doesn't turn the football over, it's going to be hard for him to lose his job. But if you ran 8, 9 games with Russell Wilson, you don't make the playoffs, you're getting fired. Every one of you, the front office, the owners, cleaning house. Dayball's out, Joe Shane's out, everyone's out. What? In my opinion, if you can show some promise with Jaxson Dart, who is not ready to play right away. Let's just be completely honest. He's not ready. They took a flyer on him because they believe he can turn into a franchise quarterback. But it's the proof is in the pudding, man. Like, that's the saying my dad used to say. Texas, proof is in the pudding. Like, a first-round pick, he's going to play. The second he got drafted, his leash was shortened.
All right, check out this word salad that you just heard Chase Daniel say. First, Russell Wilson is a Hall of Famer, no doubt about it, but he's not playing like a Hall of Famer. And if Brian Dable wants any chance of winning his job, or the best chance of keeping his job, it's to start Jaxson Dart and have some success with Jaxson Dart. And listen, that may be true, but then literally in the same breath, he says, listen, don't get me wrong, like, Jaxson Dart is not ready to play yet.
Jaxson Dart, who is not ready to play right away. Let's just be completely honest.
All right.
So in essence, he's saying the Giants should start Jaxson Dart as early as possible for Brian Dable to have a chance in keeping his job. Then saying that Russell Wilson, if he doesn't turn over the football a lot, which He has not. Russell Wilson has never went over 13 interceptions in his career. In fact, he's only had 13 interceptions the last 2 years. But if he doesn't turn over the football, he's going to be able to keep his starting role. But if they only win 8 to 9 games and miss the playoffs, everybody's gone. They're going to clean house. The head coach, the GM, everybody's fired. My mind went from point A to point Z to point D to point F everywhere.
I am so confused right now.
And sticking on that notion that Chase Daniel said that Jaxson Dart is not ready to play yet. Don't get me wrong, he's not ready to play yet. Let's go back to the episode where they talked about Jaxson Dart being drafted to the Giants and what he said about Jaxson Dart then.
Offensive mind as a quarterback developer, if he can get in there with that offense and he can do something similar to what Josh Allen and he did when he was his OC for 4 years in Buffalo, it's going to be a really, really good deal. And look, and when you look at it, they got Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and Tommy DeVito. They are loaded quarterback room in terms of how many people there are. It's going to be an interesting dynamic. Look, Brian Daboll, I believe, came out and said that in the spring, Russell Wilson will start. I think Jaxson Dart needs to start day one. And I've said this before. I think Jaxson Dart, and I think Brian Daboll, and I think Joe Shane, the GM, if Jaxson Dart doesn't play well, and he doesn't prove that he's the franchise quarterback in year one, Brian Daboll and Joe Shane will no longer be there to develop him. Then you have a new head coach, and then you have a new GM coming in with a guy they didn't draft, and it just really hurts Jaxson Dart's development.
So more word salad for you guys. So Jaxson Dart, apparently he's not ready to start, but his expectation is doing something like what Brian Daboll did with Josh Allen over there. The original video we're talking about is that he says Russell Wilson, his leash has been shortened to 3 to 4 weeks because of the NFL average of rookie quarterback starting or whatever, and that Jaxson Dart is not ready to play right now. He's not ready to play. But in this video we just saw, he said that Jaxson Dart needs to start day one. But if Jaxson Dart starts day one and he doesn't play well, Brian Daboll and Joe Shane are out of there. And then he also mentions that the Giants quarterback room is absolutely stacked. So I ask you this very simple question, Chase Daniel. Why on earth does Jaxson Dart need to start day one when you have a stacked quarterback class? We are not looking at a 2024 New York Giants quarterback room with Daniel Jones, Tommy DeVito, and Drew Lock and Tim Boyle. We are looking at two veteran quarterbacks that can do something and play for you in a pinch and look decent. And you drafted a quarterback 25th overall that you did trade up for, but 25th overall, and you're telling me that he needs to start day one. But hey, if he doesn't, if you start him day one and he plays like crap, you guys, the Brian Daboll and Joe Shane are out of there. You don't think they know that? So why would they want to start him day one? Well, what are we talking about here? I'm gonna lose my brain. You guys watch this? Do you guys watch mainstream sports media now? Like, I can't do it anymore. Do you not think that Joe Shane and Brian Daboll already knew that Jaxson Dart, if that was actually their guy, is not ready to start yet? Hell, the guy is learning how to say set hut. I kid you not. Jaxson Dart is coming from a very college gimmicky offense where he literally claps as his cadence. And for a hard count, he claps twice. He does not speak in the huddle at all. He does not speak at the line of scrimmage. They just run their plays with claps. He literally, you guys know the John Gruden thing that went viral?
No, I want to hear the snap count.
Yeah.
There was literally a segment in his press conference talking about how he's learning how to cadence.
Yeah. Did you guys hear me good when I was out there? Yeah. No, I feel like it's been super fun. Quite honestly, it's been something that I've always wanted to do. And I've always kind of practiced it, on my own or, kind of just messing around with buddies and whatnot. But
and you're telling me this kid needs to start day one. I'm not speaking badly about Jaxson Dart at all. This is not a negative video about Jaxson Dart at all. It's just being realistic on where Jaxson Dart is in his development right now and what the plan is for Jaxson Dart. I'm really sick of people nowadays just wanting to throw quarterbacks out there as if we haven't seen like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, who took 3 years to start, two or 3 years to start. Lamar Jackson took damn near a whole season. I believe he started in his rookie season in the playoffs, and That didn't go well. And Patrick Mahomes didn't play all of this rookie season. Like, why are we such in a rush to throw quarterbacks out there? I mean, has he looked at the records of the last quarterbacks that started since 2020? I'm excluding day one starters, and with day one starters, it's not that great either. Like Joe Burrow had like a 2-7-1 record in his rookie year, but I'm excluding day one starters because we're talking about Jaxson Dart and his level of development. He's of a quarterback tier that is not ready to start. He is a potential pick. He's not a day one pick. And that's exactly why the Giants did everything they can to address the quarterback position and not lean on a rookie quarterback. They could have gone Shador, they could have gone Jaxson Dart. It didn't matter. In my honest opinion, I think it was their plan from the get-go to get a quarterback in here or two, which they did, to not have to rely on a rookie quarterback because the rookie quarterback class this season is not great. So it's almost like Chase Daniel is saying, listen, Brian Daboll, I'll be honest with you, no matter what you do, you're going to get fired, so you might as well just start Jaxson Dart so we could talk about him. That is literally what he is saying, because if Russell Wilson, and this is another thing I have a point of contention with, if Russell Wilson starts all season, let's just say he's healthy all season, he plays well all season, and the Giants win 8 to 9 games. That's really where I see their ceiling being, 8 to 9 games. I would love if it's more than that. They look like they can do more than that, but I have my bar is set a little low, but I think the ceiling is like 8 to 9 games, and they missed the playoffs. The NFC is stacked nowadays, right? This is a really good NFC. It's going to be hard to get into the playoffs with 8 to 9 wins. If the Giants miss the playoffs with 8 to 9 wins, the city of New York is going to celebrate. Are you kidding me?
Joel Embiid, come take these hands, bitch! We are fucking Let's go!
And John Mara, listen, he's all about the fan base. Do not get me wrong. He's a guy that he doesn't have a great poker face, right? We know what John Mara is feeling based on his press conferences and how he talks to the media. But I'll tell you one thing. The New York Giants, in particular franchise, listens to their fan base. And if we're going to be happy with 8 to 9 games and not seeing Jaxson Dart even missing the playoffs, Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen aren't going anywhere. They literally drafted their quarterback. So, in my honest opinion, Russell Wilson, if he wins 8 to 9 games, misses the playoffs with the New York Giants, Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen keep their job, and guess what? They still have Jaxson Dart. But you can ruin that in an instant. All the work that you did with getting Russell Wilson, getting Jameis Winston, and having them on your football team at the same time with Jaxson Dart, all that hard work can go away if you, after 4 weeks, the Giants are 1-3, 2-2, and you decide to pull Russell Wilson and you start Jaxson Dart over Jameis Winston. Then Jaxson Dart plays poorly, and that looks bad on the quarterback evaluation process for Joe Schoen. Even though he's not ready to play, we all know that he's not ready to play. You throw him out there for the rest of the season, the rest of the 13 games you got left to play. He looks terrible. Then no doubt in my mind they're out the door. No doubt in my mind they're out the door. There is no way Jaxson Dart plays unless it's in a blowout or we're getting blown out or it's the end of the season where we're out of playoff contention and we're just trying to see what we have in Jaxson Dart. That is the only time they should throw out Jaxson Dart there. Now, it was different when it came to Daniel Jones and his transitioning to the NFL with Eli Manning. Eli had nothing left in him. Let's be honest. I know the Miami game he came in, had a really good game. He came in versus Philadelphia as well when Daniel Jones was hurt in his rookie season, and he played great in those games. But Eli Manning was not going to survive the rest of the season in 2018. Like, everybody knew it. It was time to see what Daniel Jones had, and Daniel Jones gave that team a spark. Daniel Jones had 24 passing touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and actually had a promising rookie season. Okay, so it's a different situation. The Giants are prepared to not start Jaxson Dart. They are prepared. They don't have a 37, 38-year-old quarterback that is begging to die at this point, and they have to throw in their rookie quarterback because they have nobody else. They've got a decent plan. And honestly, thank God that the rest of the panel did not agree. Like, Emmanuel Acho, who is known for having bad takes, LaShawn McCoy, who's a Shador Glazer, and James Jones, who speaks negatively about the Giants, but in this case, he's high on the Giants. He thinks they're going to do well this year. They all are in agreement that that is not the case. Russell Wilson gives them the best chance to win. There's no reason to start Jaxson Dart. How is it that the quarterback, talking about quarterback politics, has a worse take than a average NFL linebacker, a really good running back in LaShawn McCoy, but a running back, and a wide receiver in James Jones? 3 positions that are not quarterbacks having a better take about quarterback politics than the quarterback himself.
Big Ten, you're not going back
If
to
you go to
Russ.
Jaxson Dart, that means your job's gone.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, you losing. The season's over.
Man, I just think sports media is so detached from like what actually goes on. Like, they are so confidently wrong about what goes on in the NFL, and they like don't talk about it afterwards. Like, they don't talk about how wrong they were afterwards. Maybe a guy like Dan Orlovsky, I've seen him address things he was wrong about in the past, and I give him respect for that. But not like you have to go and, you know, do a checklist of everything you're wrong about, but like, you just look so detached from what goes on in the NFL. Like, it's literally the Squidward meme of him just watching everybody, like, have fun or whatever. Like, that's them watching everybody from the outside looking in, even though they're supposed to be insiders. I don't know. They're supposed to be, like, they're supposed to give us, like, a lot of nuggets and things about the game that we don't know. A lot of these guys have worse takes than us. Like, if you go back in history, a lot of them are extremely wrong looking back on it compared to us content creators or even the fan base. So that's all I got for you guys, man. I just had to talk about it. I'm so done with this, bro. The stuff that I see on Twitter, man. Hey, shout out to Authentic. He brought this to our attention. He posted it on Twitter. I decided to look back at the facility. They just started that show, it looks like, and I've already saw like a bunch of terrible things from them already. It's bad, but it looks like it's getting ratings, so even bad publicity is good publicity. So all right, so that is it, everybody. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about what Chase Daniel said? Do you believe that Jaxson Dart should start day 1, or are you in agreement with me in saying that Jaxson Dart has no reason to start? Let him sit, let him develop, let him know how to say set hut, and then we can go from there. So, yeah, that being said, leave a like if you guys enjoy. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next video. Woo!